It was a sunny Australia day, January 26, 1966. The sun was shining, and the beaches were full of people enjoying the public holiday. Among them were the Beaumont children, 9-year-old Jane, 7-year-old Anna, and 4-year-old Grant. They lived with their parents, Jim and Nancy, in the Adelaide suburb of Somerton Park. The children were allowed to take the 5-minute bus ride from their home to Glenelg Beach on their own that day. It was a trip they had made many times before. They were told to be home by 2 p.m., and they were excited to spend the day playing in the sand and surf. The children were last seen at around midday, playing near the Glenelg Pier. They were seen talking to a tall, thin man with blonde hair, who was wearing blue swimming trunks. The man was described as being in his mid-30s and having a tanned complexion. After enjoying the beach and the shops nearby, they caught the bus as usual. They were expected home at 2 p.m., but they never arrived. Their mother, Nancy, became worried when they still weren't home by 3 p.m. It was unlike her children to be late, especially Jane, who was considered responsible for her younger siblings. As the clock ticked past 3 p.m., Nancy's worry morphed into fear. She contacted her husband, Jim, who immediately rushed home from work. Together, they hurried to Glenelg Beach, their hearts pounding with a growing sense of dread. They searched the beach frantically, their calls of their children's names swallowed by the sound of the waves. The faces of other beachgoers reflected their concern, yet no one had seen Jane, Anna, or Grant since midday. Despair began to set in. The once familiar beach now felt cold and ominous, the joyous atmosphere from earlier replaced by a heavy silence. With each passing moment, the hope of finding their children dwindled. The police were called, and a massive search operation was launched. Divers scoured the seabed while helicopters buzzed overhead, scanning the coastline. Volunteers joined the search, determined to help bring the children home. But as the sun began to set, casting long shadows across the now deserted beach, the Beaumont children were still missing. The disappearance of the Beaumont children sent shockwaves through Australia. The case quickly gained national attention, and soon the entire country was captivated by the mystery. How could 3 young children simply vanish from a crowded beach in broad daylight? Police launched a massive investigation, interviewing hundreds of witnesses and following up on every lead, no matter how small. They examined the Beaumont's home, searching for any clues that might lead them to the children. But despite their best efforts, the investigation seemed to hit one dead end after another. Days turned into weeks, and weeks into months. Yet there was still no sign of Jane, Anna, or Grant. The case dominated headlines, and the public's fascination with the missing children only grew with each passing day. Theories abounded, ranging from accidental drowning to abduction by a stranger. But with no concrete evidence to go on, the case remained a baffling mystery. The police, however, refused to give up hope. They continued to pursue every lead, determined to bring the person or persons responsible for the children's disappearance to justice. The investigation would continue for years to come, taking countless twists and turns, but the question remained: what happened to the Beaumont children? As the days turned into weeks, the investigation into the Beaumont children's disappearance intensified, but so did the mystery. The lack of concrete evidence only fueled speculation, and soon theories began to circulate like wildfire. One of the most promising leads came from a shopkeeper who claimed to have seen the children with a man matching the description given by witnesses at the beach. He reported seeing them in his store, acting unusually cheerful and relaxed, with the man purchasing them treats and pastries. This sighting, along with the testimony of other witnesses who saw the children with the unidentified man, led investigators to believe that they had been abducted. The man's seemingly friendly demeanor and the children's willingness to go with him suggested that they may have known him, or at least been lured into a false sense of security. Despite this breakthrough, the man's identity remained elusive. Police released a composite sketch based on witness descriptions, and it was circulated widely, but no one came forward to identify him. The mystery of the Beaumont children deepened, leaving investigators and the public alike to grapple with the unknown fate of the 3 young children. Section 5. The man in the shorts. The most compelling lead in the case was the numerous sightings of the children with an unidentified man. Witnesses described him as being tall and thin, with a tanned complexion and blonde hair, wearing blue swimming trunks. This man, dubbed the man in the shorts by the media, became a central figure in the investigation. One witness, a young woman sunbathing near the children, reported seeing the man drying Grant with a towel as he emerged from the change rooms. She recalled his friendly demeanor and how at ease the children seemed with him. Another witness claimed to have seen the man leaving the beach with the 3 children in tow, Jane skipping happily ahead. These sightings, corroborated by multiple witnesses, painted a chilling picture, a seemingly charming and trustworthy individual who may have used trickery or deception to lure the children away. The image of the man in the shorts became etched in the minds of the public, a haunting reminder of the vulnerability of children and the potential for evil lurking in plain sight. Despite the detailed descriptions and the composite sketch circulated nationwide, the man in the shorts was never identified. The mystery surrounding his identity only added to the enigma of the Beaumont children's disappearance. Was he a cunning predator who meticulously planned the abduction? Or was he someone the children knew and trusted? The answer, like so much else in this perplexing case, remained elusive. Section 6. False hope and dead ends. The years that followed the children's disappearance were a roller coaster of raised hopes and crushing disappointments. The case never strayed far from the public consciousness, and the police pursued every lead, no matter how far-fetched. Psychics offered their visions, while amateur sleuths proposed their own theories. Each tip scrutinized, each possibility explored, only to be met with dead ends. One particularly heartbreaking episode involved a letter, allegedly written by Jane, claiming they were being held captive but safe. The letter led investigators on a wild goose chase, only to be revealed as a cruel hoax, a stark reminder of the depths of human cruelty and the pain inflicted on a family desperate for answers. The case also attracted its share of opportunists and charlatans. Con artists preyed on the family's grief, offering false hope in exchange for money, while self-proclaimed witnesses, hungry for their 15 minutes of fame, fabricated stories that only added to the confusion and heartbreak. Through it all, the Beaumont parents, Jim and Nancy, endured their ordeal with remarkable resilience. They never gave up hope, clinging to the belief that their children were still alive, somewhere out there. Their unwavering love for Jane, Anna, and Grant became a beacon of hope for a nation captivated by their story. Section 7. A nation gripped by fear. The disappearance of the Beaumont children sent shockwaves not just through Australia but across the world. It marked a turning point in the national psyche, shattering the illusion of safety and innocence that many Australians had taken for granted. The case became a chilling reminder that even in a sun-drenched paradise, darkness could lurk around any corner. The carefree attitude of the 1960s, where children roamed freely and strangers were not met with immediate suspicion, evaporated almost overnight. Parents became more protective, holding their children a little closer, instilling in them a sense of caution that was previously absent. The case also had a profound impact on law enforcement. It highlighted the need for better child protection measures and led to significant changes in the way missing children cases were handled. The Beaumont children's disappearance became a catalyst for change, prompting a nationwide conversation about child safety and the importance of vigilance. The legacy of the Beaumont children extended far beyond their tragic disappearance. Their story served as a stark reminder of the fragility of life and the enduring power of hope, even in the face of unimaginable loss. Section 8. The Beaumont Children's Legacy. Despite the passage of time, the Beaumont children have not been forgotten. Their faces continue to stare out from missing persons posters, their names forever etched in Australian history. The case, though cold, remains open, a constant reminder of the enduring mystery that continues to haunt the nation. Over the years, the case has been the subject of countless books, documentaries, and podcasts, each attempting to unravel the mystery and provide answers to a question that has perplexed investigators and the public alike for decades. What happened to Jane, Anna, and Grant Beaumont? The case has also had a lasting impact on Australian society. It led to changes in law enforcement procedures, increased awareness of child safety, and a heightened sense of vulnerability that continues to resonate today. The Beaumont children's disappearance marked a turning point in the national psyche, a loss of innocence that continues to cast a long shadow. Yet even in the face of such tragedy, there is hope. The enduring legacy of the Beaumont children lies not only in the mystery surrounding their disappearance, but also in the unwavering love and determination of their family and a nation that refuses to let their memory fade. Section 9. An enduring mystery. The disappearance of the Beaumont children remains one of Australia's most baffling unsolved mysteries. Despite numerous leads, countless theories, and the tireless efforts of investigators and amateur sleuths alike, the case remains cold, the truth shrouded in a fog of speculation and unanswered questions. Did they drown in a tragic accident? Their bodies swept out to sea, never to be recovered? Were they abducted by a stranger? A predator lurking in the shadows, waiting for the opportune moment to snatch them away? Or was someone they knew, someone they trusted, responsible for their disappearance? The answers to these questions remain elusive, lost to time and the limitations of human understanding. The case serves as a haunting reminder that some mysteries may never be solved, some wounds never fully heal. Yet even in the absence of concrete answers, the search for truth continues. New leads are still being investigated, advancements in forensic technology offer a glimmer of hope, and the public's fascination with the case remains as strong as ever. The Beaumont children may be gone, but they are not forgotten. Their story continues to captivate and intrigue, a testament to the enduring power of hope and the resilience of the human spirit in the face of unimaginable loss. And somewhere, in the annals of unsolved mysteries, their case remains open, a silent plea for answers, a beacon of hope for a resolution that may one day bring closure to a tragedy that has haunted a nation for generations.